We have ignition sequence start. 5, 4, 3, 2. All engines running. We have liftoff. The tower is clear.
Hey y'all, you can call me Chris. I wanted to build a little robot arm and thought the process would make a cool montage. So I searched for robot arm on Thingiverse and looked for a design that I thought was cool. I came across this design, the EEZYbotARM MK2 by daGHIZmo, and thought I'd just give it a try. So I just ordered the parts on Amazon and just got started. So who am I? In person, I'd be quick to let you know that I'm an engineer. I'd tell you that I build the machines that build the machines. Of course, an oversimplification, but it's enough to get the point across without sounding too pretentious. At least I hope so. You've probably heard this before. The devil is in the details. Well, my job challenges that notion every day because the truth is quite the opposite. The devil thrives in ambiguity, and it's understanding the details that drives him out. That's more or less what I do day to day. Anyways, once I get the files off Thingiverse, I drop it into Ultimaker Cura, my slicer editor of choice. And I don't have any particular settings, I just kind of do what works. And once everything's sliced and ready to be printed, I take the files and drop them over onto my Ender 3. It's nothing fancy, it works and it gets the job done, so I'm happy with it. I was also able to set up some of these time lapses using Octolapse on a Raspberry Pi. It's pretty simple, straightforward to set up. I'd recommend it if you got a 3D printer. I'm considered an expert in wrangling the devil, at least in everything related to machine design, validation, and operation. Or I'm supposed to be. I hone in my expertise anytime there's a problem. I'm paid to figure it out. And as you can guess, the business of wrangling the devil is decent living. I'm well taken care of, I'm challenged, I'm engaged, but it comes with its drawbacks. I'm obviously pushed to my limits, we all are in this kind of work. The factories need to operate 24/7. They're also on the other side of the world, and they always beckon for your attention. They require it, weeks at a time. Weeks away from home, away from the love of my life and my dog, well, it's exhausting. So maybe this video is a sign of burnout, or maybe it's just my defense mechanism against it. Regardless, I wanted to have a means of self-expression, and at this point I need it. And of course I could have just made this little robot and been done with it, but that's not what the point of all this is. I needed something more than just ones and zeros. I wanted to document the process. Unfortunately a bit poorly, as you can tell this is my first attempt at a captivating video. It's really just an excuse to build myself a creative outlet. I want a place I can talk about my frustrations, my successes, my hopes. I want to make art, and hopefully with this art inspires someone else to do the same. Hopefully one of you watching this video. I want to be a part of a community that just makes cool shit and shares it with others. And here we go. Looks like I'm making some decent progress on it. The arm moves around nicely. And all that's left to do is get the gripper put together. Now maybe I should have stuck to daGHIZmo's recommended bill of materials. I ended up buying some random servos on Amazon, and as you can see it doesn't really fit with the part he designed. So I really had some trouble trying to get it to work. It was very frustrating. Seems like no matter what I did, I really couldn't get it to sit flush very well. And just when I think I got it, it decides to make me upset. I even throw some super glue at it, and we'll see how that works here in a bit. Maybe? Nope, didn't work. So I end up taking my Dremel to it, drilling a hole for a little screw that can keep the gear attached to the servo arm. And as you can see, that seemed to do the trick. It held it in place, it held it flush. It should be okay. It should work. A small success for a little robot arm. It's pretty cool. Unfortunately, the real machines I build are hidden behind a wall of intellectual property, so I can't share those. But I can build my own, and at least right now I plan on it. There's never enough time in the day, so let me just go ahead and add more work. But that's it, isn't it? I don't have all the time in the world, and I need to start prioritizing the things that fulfill me over the obligations of work. I want to use the skills and capabilities I've worked so hard developing to build things I can actually share and talk about, things I'm excited to share. Just like this robot. So what comes next? I'm not sure. I have some ideas. Low stakes builds, interesting projects that I know will just itch my brain in just the right spot. Some really stupid shit in there too, but I know it's going to be awesome. So while I embark on this journey and wrangle a few devils along the way, I hope you'll follow along for the ride. Thanks, y'all.